Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making brownies. Luscious, amazing, fudgy, cakey brownies. They're amazing. Very simple, stress-free. They make a decent amount and they take about 45 minutes to make. So let's get started and make some brownies. So the first thing that we're going to do is weigh everything. So we need approximately 200 grams of sugar and 130 grams of flour and 55 grams of cocoa powder. So we're going to sift and weigh all of that out. If you wanted to, it's 60. Oh well. It's the rest of the container. So I'm going to sift it into the smaller bowl. And cocoa powder especially is really notorious for clumping, so you want to make sure that you sift it well before you incorporate it into anything. And it just looks so much smoother already. Now we're going to weigh out the flour. So this is just so that I can easily measure. So I'm looking for 130 grams. I don't really want to dump the whole container out. Oop, 135. And then have to clean all that up. And I'm going to sift the dry flour. This doesn't take nearly as long as the cocoa because it's not nearly as chunky. There's not as much to break up. The butter. We need 220 grams, so let's weigh that out. A little more than a stick and a half. 192. Now that we have the butter cut, measured, divided, you're just going to gently melt it. You don't want to brown it, you don't want to bring it to a boil. You probably don't even want to hear it sizzle. You're just warming it up to incorporate the sugar enough in with the butter. Speaking of sugar, let's measure out our sugar. Just use the same container. Some cocoa powder on the bottom, but it's fine. So we're looking for 230 grams of sugar. So we've got our sugar and our eggs, which these can be cold, preferably cold actually, for our rest of our ingredients. And then I'm going to add in the salt. It's going to be a teaspoon because the butter is unsalted. And I also forgot to mention that if you want to add vanilla, you can. Some people don't like vanilla in brownies. Some people just want to keep it the nice, simple, chocolatey version. You can also add chocolate chips, which I will tell you when to add the chocolate chips during the putting together process. And we're just waiting for our butter to melt. Okay, the butter is melted. Sorry in advance for the cringe whisking noises. We are going to go ahead and add our vanilla extract because I do like vanilla in my brownies. Gives a little complexity. It's like 3/4 of a teaspoon bowl. And it smells fantastic. So first is our cocoa powder. The oven is preheating. I don't know if you can hear it. So cocoa powder is going to want to run away from your whisk. So be mindful of that. So now you should have this super smooth almost soft like chocolate. I mean, this is chocolate. So next we are gonna add in the sugar. Really whisk. It's gonna get thick. Be warned. Now I'm gonna bust out the trusty angled spatula just to kind of scrape everything down, make sure we're not missing anything. Every single grain of cocoa powder and sugar and butter is needed. Now we're really gonna get an arm workout with our eggs, one at a time. Last egg. 2 eggs in total. Sometimes if you need to remove that little like nucleus on the white of the egg, that also helps improve texture of baked goods. That all looks stirred. You can stir like crazy up until you add the flour. Once you add the flour, you should begin to gently fold, kind of work things in easily. Perfect timing, because you don't want to develop like a ton of gluten. You can fold it in, but for the sake of easiness, I'm just gonna whisk it, and I'm whisking until the white disappears. Check this out. Oh, wow. Didn't even get to see the beautiful ribbon. All right, and then put everything into a 9x9 lined parchment paper square pan. Beautiful. Out so that it fills in all the corners. So we are going to bake this at 350 for 22 minutes. Okay, so my microphone died. That's super cool. They baked and cooled. Let's see how we did. I'd call that a success. Yeah. These are just ever so slightly cakey, fudgy. Just make them because they are incredible, and food is better when shared with those that you love. So, until next time, I will see you in the next one, and have a happy Thanksgiving.